Some people do not go silent because they stopped caring. They go silent because caring got expensive. And that is the part most people never notice. One day they are open, easy to read, always replying, always explaining. Then something shifts. The texts get shorter, the calls stop, the energy drops. From the outside it looks like coldness, but inside it is usually something much messier. Their brain has started treating speaking like a risk, not a personality change, not an attitude, a warning sign. And once that happens, silence stops being a choice. It becomes the safest move left. What changes first is not the voice. It is the urge to explain. Hurt people usually do not wake up one morning and decide to shut everyone out. They get there in pieces. A joke gets ignored. A feeling gets brushed aside. A serious moment gets met with, "You're overthinking it," or "It's not that deep." After enough of that, the mind starts doing maths nobody sees. Is this conversation worth the sting that might come after it? Is this feeling safe to hand over? Very often the answer comes back no. So they begin editing themselves before they even speak. A thought gets softened. A complaint gets swallowed. A real feeling gets packed away. And the wild part is, they may still sound completely normal while this is happening. That is not only emotional, it is physical. The body can slam the brakes before the person has a chance to think it through. Tight throat, heavy chest, blank mind, that is the freeze response. Not dramatic, protective. The nervous system acts like danger is nearby even when the danger is only a conversation. And that is why people can rehearse the perfect reply in their head, then lose every word the moment they are face to face with the person who hurt them. The words are still there. The body just does not trust the moment enough to let them out. So silence arrives fast, almost before the person realizes it has happened. Here is something most people get wrong. The first thing hurt people lose is not trust, it is curiosity. They stop wondering, will this person finally understand me, and start assuming, probably not. That tiny shift changes everything. It is not rebellion. It is emotional energy being pulled back from a place that has already disappointed them. Their mind becomes selective, less explaining, less hoping, less reaching. Because if every attempt gets met with the same outcome, curiosity starts to feel like a trap. And once the brain stops wondering, silence becomes much easier to live with than hope. There is another change almost nobody notices. Hurt does not only make people speak less, it slowly changes what they believe other people can handle. After enough disappointment, they stop thinking, maybe they'll understand me. Instead, they start thinking, I do not want to become someone else's emotional burden. That single belief quietly rewrites every conversation. They apologize before expressing a feeling. They water down bad news. They say, it's nothing, even when it is everything. People call it being easygoing, but often it is something else entirely. It is self-silencing, not because they are afraid of being rejected anymore, because they believe their emotions are too heavy for anyone else to carry. And once someone starts protecting other people from their own pain, they often end up carrying it completely alone. And then comes the part that changes the whole pattern. Silence can start rewarding the nervous system, not emotionally rewarding, biologically rewarding. When a person stops trying to explain, the body gets a little relief. The tension drops. The alarm gets quieter. For a moment, nothing has to be defended, corrected, or translated. That tiny relief teaches the brain something powerful. Staying quiet hurts less right now. That is how self-protection grows roots. Not through one huge heartbreak, but through repeated moments where silence feels easier than being misunderstood again. That is why emotional withdrawal is often less about leaving a person and more about reducing the damage they can still do. So the next time someone goes quiet, do not rush to call it coldness. Quiet can be the aftermath of being dismissed too many times. It can be the body choosing safety. It can be a mind that has learned the hard way that speaking may not change anything. And that is the saddest part. Not that they stopped talking. It is that silence started working better than honesty. Once that happens, the silence is no longer empty. It is a scar that learned how to speak without words.